Hey guys, it is Kate Kershaw with Seint Beauty. Thank you for, first of all, following my page. That's really awesome. It's exciting for me as a new artist to share with you things that I'm just super excited about the Seint products, and color match with their 3D color match palette. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through today both the placement for our 3D highlights and contour, as well as I'm going to focus on our Harvest Moon eyeshadow collection. It's because it's going to be discontinued, and I'm so glad I just got it just a couple of weeks ago, because it's just beautiful on dark eyes, hazel eyes, blue eyes. Really a pretty quad of colors that you can get. And it's a little discounted too, because you're buying several at a time. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my palette here. This is what I use every day. You guys always see me use this with my colors and my highlights. I use 3 highlights and 1 contour color. I use a bronzer, and I use a lip and cheek. Of course, I kind of play around with it here and there if I just want a different look. And I've got plenty of other colors for that too. So this is a brand new brush for me. This is called our detail brush. All of our brushes are just so high quality. I thought a brush was a brush, but when I got these, I really noticed the application was so much smoother and just the less wasted product. So it's 2 sides. So you've got the detail brush, which is see, this is kind of narrow and it fits in perfectly for your contour type of color, for your contour color. And then this is the kind of the smaller end, which is perfect for getting in those little tiny areas for our highlights and things like that, highlight colors. So I've got 3 highlight colors. I use 3, you can use 2, whatever works for you. But when I do color match you, I will do 3, because our skin color is never perfectly the same all the time. And we're trying to create dimension. We're trying to create contour. We live in 3D. We are 3D. So we want to see those dimensions. So let's go ahead and get started. So I love how the brushes like fit in perfectly with our little magnetic tins. So like I said, I haven't even used this brush. So this is new on the scene for me. So I'm gonna just kind of go in nicely. You don't want to go past your pupil. And guys, oh my gosh, I just got lashes for the heck of it. It's my birthday coming up, and I just was like curious, and they're a lot. I don't know. I know a lot of you guys out there do them all the time, but I was like going a little stir crazy in that chair for 2 hours. I was like, wow, they really mean 2 hours. And I told her I wanted super basic. Well, this kind of isn't super basic for me, but I'll have fun with it, and I'm sure get used to it. So this is really nice. Gosh, this brush is super smooth. So you're going to make kind of a 3 or an E. I'm sure that's probably backwards for you guys. And along your cheekbone. I'm sorry, along your cheekbone and along your chin. Creating that dimension, right? Don't freak out. Remember how it looks like a crazy mess until we blend. Okay. Then we're going to use, I'm going to go back to my buff brush just because I am used to this. I like it. It works for me. This is my buff brush, 2-sided as well. I'd usually use that for my contour and highlight. This is my main highlight color. I know it goes on super yellow-ish, I guess, but it's because it's covering up that redness and discoloration. So you're going around. You are going around your contour, okay? Okay, that's a good start. Then we're going into our triangle light color. Dab, dab, dab. And I've been contouring my nose later on, before I'm kind of finishing up. It just works for me better. I feel like I don't mess around with it, you know, as much. And it stays better. I put that second color under my cheek as well. Guys, I'm barely touching my skin. We'll be blending here in a minute. Above the Cupid's bow, above the chin. Okay, now we're gonna go back to that detail brush. Put that down. We're gonna go into our pop highlight color. It's gonna go on bright. And I think I just got too much on it, on the brush. Trust me on this little move. It creates such an uplift. I'm gonna do it down the nose too. And in the corner of the eye. Less is more. You guys, I'm barely touching my skin. I'm loving this brush already. It's very soft and it's small enough it gets in those little nooks and crannies. Just kind of working it out. Do you see how I'm not going all the way across anymore? Like all the way. For more mature skin, this is just can be a more flattering type of look. You want to create that. This is what area you're focusing on for light. Kind of down the side of my nose. Okay. You can blend in a little. See, I start blending. I just start blending. I do a few dabs here as well with that pop highlight. It helps me create a little more dimension. Okay, then I'm going to go into my, I really love this little detail type of brush. I use it for eyeshadow, and then for my lip contour and nose contour. It's been really handy. I really, really like it. And then I blend just with like a brush that I've had that's just worked for me. So if you have something that works really well, like don't fret, you know, just go ahead and use it. Yeah, there's my little bump on my nose. My color right now is indigo. It's really on the dark spectrum, but it seems to have worked really well. I just kind of cut in. There are really good nose contour tutorials. Yeah, tutorials like on YouTube and things like that. If you want to get, I have a good little guide that I came across myself that's been helpful too. Contour for my lip real quick. Create that little pout. These brushes are like multifunctional. Isn't that nice? So I use this later. I usually clean it and then I'll use it as a liner. Okay, let's blend. Let's get the blush on. I'm going to use Black Cherry out of my palette, the one that looks kind of scary because it's so intense in terms of color. The very pigmented products So a little goes a long way. Okay, here's our start. That's it. Then we'll wrap it up with that with a Bella bronzer. Okay, I go back to my buff brush. I was using the Perfector, but I just been playing around with kind of different things. And I really like that. I really like this. I'm sorry. I've been enjoying this. Perfector is great too. That's that little sponge thing that we have. See, I'm going with all my lighter colors first. Then we'll go back in. I have to do my same hand because I don't know, my arm doesn't, or my hand doesn't function right when I am trying to cross it over. It's weird. So pretty. I love that. So now we're going to pull down, a little bit of pulling down, or blending, not pulling down, but just blending in that. Don't worry, I'm going to get back to that nose. I'm just going to use my little brush that I have. We'll get to under my chin too again. Okay. Get around these lashes. That's new. I haven't worn makeup yet. That's an interesting thing here. See, this is just a little CVS. It's probably like Elf or something brand. I just blend a little bit. My light isn't so real great in here. Then I use my illuminator, rose gold illuminator. Oh, I love my big palette, so pretty. I just put it on the end there. My nose. Okay, and then go back to Bella bronzer. Then I'll wrap up our face. Bella bronzer. So it's not a powder. It's actually a cream, which was a surprise when I got it. You put it in like a C shape. You're thinking of where the light hits. So bronzer is not the same as contour. Contour, we're creating shadow. You're creating definition. Now we're blending that chin. Creates a little warmth. Okay. Okay, there's that. Let's get to eyeshadow. Let's get to this Harvest Moon. So here's my quad right here of colors. And then I add Cupcake because some of you guys that I've done your makeup on or done your in-person makeovers know that I'm like really digging cutting in with that Cupcake. Just love it. So I start with this eyeshadow brush. Remember, this is the one I used with my contouring my lip and my nose. And this is very firm. It's see, it's narrow and firm. It's a great starting point to kind of cut in to your eyebrows and where you want kind of a more hard line. Oh darn, went up in my eyebrow. I did do my eyebrows before this because I don't like to waste time, so we can focus on the makeup piece. Just a little on the inside, because my eyes can get kind of deep set, and they're hooded and deep and get lost back there. So I start with that. So there's all this light happening in the center. Then I take my eyeshadow brush, and you will see when you get your makeup just how forgiving this makeup is. So I start with butterscotch, which is more of like a matte color. I barely touch my eyelids there. So kind of work it up. Is that pretty and warm for holidays, for the fall? Then I take this this is the eyeshadow brush. This is really firm as well, and see it kind of peaks. It is so perfect for our creases. I could never find anything that get in the crease. You take our color right there, blow off that excess, tap off the excess. You're just gonna start working these corners. Creating that dimension there. And we're gonna end with this beautiful golden color here. So this quad, you're gonna save $8 by getting, oh, and now I'm gonna pull this under the eye, this darker color. You save $8. It's $40 for this palette of this quad. Eyeshadows are gonna last you at least like 6 months, at least. I mean, obviously if you're using every day, multiple times a day, or touching up or whatever it is you're doing, it's gonna go quicker. I'm gonna pull this dark up a little more. I don't have a whole lot of eye real estate. Have you ever heard that term? I realized after looking at Instagram and all these videos and for years, I'm like, oh, I just don't have a whole lot going on up there with the eyes, with the eye space. I don't know about you guys. This is very forgiving makeup, you guys. I mean, it's a lot of just playing. So wow, look at how that went up there compared to this eye. Okay, my favorite part. Everyone, again, who's had a makeover with me knows I love to finish with that shimmer. I don't go over that middle part of my eye because we want to draw our eye. I'm sorry, you want to draw the eye to the center. A little in there. And I just use my finger. So you can kind of see that there. Then I finish with Sabrina. Go back to that firm. Just very gently. And we're not going to leave that hard. We're going to just blend that in too. And that's it, you guys. I'll finish up this one, but just a brief tutorial on Harvest Moon. I hope you guys add this to your collection. I guess I could throw in some black cherry too with my with this fall look on my lips. Is anyone else starting to get the chapped lip thing going on with the cold coming in? Need to start protecting them. So there is the Harvest Moon shadows and my 3D foundation, Bella bronzer, contour, whole thing. Here is my palette. Here is my big palette that I had the Harvest Moon quad in. So it was just these 4 beautiful colors. I included the cupcake eyeshadow as well, which I use for almost all of my eye makeup applications. So I hope you enjoy this. If you have questions, as always, let me know. And reach out to me and let me know if you want to have a personalized color match. That is what I do as a Seint artist. It's a service I provide to you. I would love to. This has been a very exciting creative outlet for me. I've always loved makeup and helping women feel beautiful. And hopefully we can work together, and let me know if you have questions. Thanks, everybody.